Hey, Joe and Eric here from Student Ministries, and we're really excited to tell you about some of the short-term mission opportunities that we have this summer. And I believe as parents that you probably have a lot of questions when it comes to short-term missions, especially cross-cultural missions and missions where we're going into other countries as well too. So we would love to have Pastor Jay Halley tell you a little bit about his experiences, not just on the mission field, but as a parent whose children have also gone on cross-cultural missions as well too.
I am so glad Joe and Eric asked me to share with you. With great ease, I remember when each of our three kids came to my wife, Annette, and me, and asked us about going on a cross-cultural short-term mission. With Daniel, it was going to the Dominican Republic. I'd never been there before. With Matthew, it was inner city ministry. It was going to Juarez, Mexico, which I had heard about, a nasty place. Our daughter, Anna, wanted to do inner city ministry. And all three of them eventually different places in Africa. Wow, we had questions as parents. How are we going to pay for all of this? Are those places safe? We had heard different things. Why not just stay at home during the summer and get a summer job like all of the other kids? And just all kinds of questions emerged in our minds. Now that years have gone by and they've had those experiences, if you were to sit with each of our three kids, you would hear them say some things like this. My eyes were open to the way most of the world lives. My heart was open to what moves God's heart. My faith was expanded, was developed because I saw how God came through and provided for me to go financially. My confidence was built up as I learned to face new challenges and struggles. My ability to work with a team of people was developed. I could go on. They could go on. I mean, as I think about what they went through and what they learned, isn't that exactly what we want for our kids as parents? My wife and I can recall the uneasiness we felt as we said goodbye to them and as they were going on these different cross-cultural short-term missions. And yet, at that very moment, we felt that we were at our parenting best. Cross-cultural short-term missions aren't for everyone, but I can say this, that for the person who embraces it, they will be developed mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially, relationally, in ways that they could not be otherwise. So, please consider, for your family, for your kids, this could be an incredibly important time in their lives. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you, Jay, for sharing with our parents what that could look like from their perspective. I know there's a lot of questions out there from parents, and man, we really appreciate you, Jay, sharing that. I want to tell you about two specific mission experiences that we will be taking this summer. The first one I'm really excited about is that we are going cross-culturally in the States to inner city Chicago. This is a trip that we took 5 years ago with our student ministries, and it was an incredible experience for our students. Since then, we've taken 4 different inner city mission trips to Philadelphia, to New York City, and to Washington, D.C. And we've seen students' lives change from seeing life through a different lens. We're so used to seeing things through a suburban lens here in Sandusky and Norwalk areas, but to go to the inner city of Chicago and to see homeless ministries, to see soup kitchens, to see people on the streets, to see children who have been abandoned by parents, and to be able to come alongside of them and to share the love of Jesus with them was life-changing for our students then, and I really believe it's going to be life-changing for our students now. We're going in July, from July 5th to July 9th. The cost is $395 for our first 10 students that sign up, and then after that the cost goes up to $425. We really believe that this is going to be an amazing experience for students, and we really hope that you would consider going on that.
The second short-term mission that we're going on, we're going cross-cultural, and we're also going across the border as well too. We're going to be returning to Dr. Arroyo, which is in Nuevo Leon, Mexico. Again, we're partnering with Dayspring Ministry. We went on this trip last year, and it was absolutely amazing. We were blessed to take 7 students with us, and so many of their lives were transformed in incredible ways we never could have seen, imagined. And it was a blessing for myself and my wife and the other leaders to just go and be a part of students really opening up and going out of their comfort zone to reach into the lives of the people in Mexico. It was a phenomenal trip, and I know that there are a lot of questions when it comes to going to a country like Mexico. What's all involved as far as safety and security, and the ministries that we work with are phenomenal. They know where to go, they know where not to go. They're very, very well established where we're going, and honestly, we never felt in danger at any time during that short-term mission. So we're going to be returning again this July. We're going from July 4th, and we'll be returning on July 11th, so it'll be from Saturday to Saturday. The cost for this trip, for if you're one of the first 10 students to sign up, is going to be $1,149. After those first 10, the cost will be $1,249. There will be a $100 non-refundable deposit that will be due by January 1st. We're really excited about this trip this year, and I know that may seem like a lot of money, and your question might be, how are we going to pay for that? Eric, will you tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be doing some things throughout the year to help offset some of those costs, but we understand still to spend almost $1,200 or $400 for a mission experience is a lot. We never want money to be a hindrance to you, and we never want money to be the factor that would limit students from going with us. So if you have any questions about that, you think it's a little bit too expensive, or you're not sure how you would offset those costs, Joe and myself would love to come alongside of you and to help you understand how you can still go on a mission experience at the same time of trying to figure out how to pay for that too. So please let us know how we can help you, and throughout these next few months we will also share opportunities for you to offset some of those costs.
And we know that if God is calling your student to go on one of these short-term missions, that money is not going to be the issue. And it may seem like it could be, so again, please let us know. We'd love to come alongside of you and help you through some of those things. And like I said, if God is calling you to go, then we're going to do our best to make sure that you can go.
And I'll echo what Jay said. There's a lot of questions, especially for you parents. And you saw in Jay's 3 kids what it did for their lives, and we are praying that it would do the same for you. So look for some opportunities in the next few months to join us to go cross-culturally for the love of Christ.